And so let's ask the questions and get things going. So Gregory Prabhu, go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah, so well, it wasn't really a question. It was more
Discussion.
It's to a point to discuss is this Guru Tattva issue, and like so now. Actually, I do have a question for Narayan. Narayan, we were talking about the Guru Tattva issue, and you were saying that the May 28th conversation was inadmissible because it was done for a certain purpose in a leela, and it's not actually an admissible thing.
Sure.
And then
Prabhupada was being held essentially at gunpoint there.
Yeah. You've said this. Yeah. So, and then the July 9th letter you said was signed as a witness only, but not as a authorized. It wasn't signed as authorized. So, like, essentially, are you saying that Prabhupada left no instructions as to how the guru thing would continue? As
far as I can see, he made it. The guru has to be an uttama adhikari, right?
Well,
you can talk about making a costume for your pet elephant, but first you have to have the elephant.
Well,
how are you going to? How? What? Who has the qualification of uttama adhikari of any of Prabhupada's disciples?
Okay, so again, that's essentially you're saying there is no written instruction other than the instructions in the book saying that if someone is an uttama adhikari, they can be a guru. That's an instruction.
But the uttama adhikari is not a cheap thing.
No, it's not. But like, if someone was proven to be an uttama adhikari, would you then consider, oh, that's an instruction in his books that says, like, if there's some Madhyam adhikaris and they know each other as Madhyam adhikaris, then they can recognize also an uttama adhikari. So if someone is an uttama adhikari, would you consider that Prabhupada's instructions that an uttama adhikari can be a guru, Diksha guru, or any kind of a guru, would you consider that an instruction as a sort of a...
Okay, well, let's look at it this way. How do you define an uttama adhikari?
Let's just stick to the definition in Nectar of Devotion, and it's somebody who's the definition in the Nectar of Devotion is someone who's pure and he's above. He can't fall down. He's like able to give transcendental liberation to people.
Which means that the uttama adhikari must be a resident of Krishna Loka, right?
Yeah, resident of Krishna Loka means able to give that transcendental thing to people. So yeah,
that's what resident of Krishna Loka means that he is in his rasa with Krishna, and that Krishna. You see, the whole point of Srila Prabhupada was not that he was the guru. The point of Prabhupada is that he was speaking only that which Krishna said.
In his rasa with Krishna in Krishna Loka, is that not transcendental? That's what transcendental is, no?
Right, transcendental in the final sense means that, consider Krishna Loka. How many jivas would you say are in Krishna Loka that are in a rasa with Krishna?
What do you mean, all of them?
Exactly. On earth, how many devotees are in their rasa with Krishna? Prabhupada disciples. What?
The uttama adhikaris.
Well, where are they?
Well, where are they? I don't know.
I mean, do you think it is possible that any of Prabhupada's disciples became uttama adhikaris?
Maybe some of the ones who left ISKCON and they didn't stick with that system, and they practiced outside.
The point is that
you asked if it was possible. You said, "Is it possible they became?" Yeah, it's possible.
Well, it would be possible, but if it did become possible, they would be acting as though they were Krishna. In fact, the uttama adhikari doesn't act. Krishna acts through the uttama adhikari. we can't confuse that the Uddhamakkari is simply as a more refined body than the Madhyamadikari of the Kanistadikari. The whole point of Kanistadikari is that everyone who is a Kanistadikari is in his bodily consciousness. If he were not in his body consciousness as a Kanistadikari, then why does he need to follow the regulated principles? Or put it this way, why are there 4 regulated principles for the Kanistadikari?
Sorry, I don't know where we've gone with this.
Well, what I'm trying to say is the Prabhupada took people that were condemned, as he said, that the hippies or who smoked pot, they would become cockroaches in their next life.
They would become cockroaches.
They would become cockroaches.
Sorry, but for doing what? For taking disciples, or?
No, for smoking pot. Hippies.
Oh, for smoking pot. Yeah. Okay.
The hippies would become. So he took the hippies and, well, he joked, he took hippies and made them into happies.
Mm.
But what is the real distinction? Is a devotee in ISKCON in bodily consciousness or not?
Well, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's the thing of if someone enters into an assembly and they know that impropriety is happening, they become implicated.
No, I'm just saying,
So
when you talk to a devotee in ISKCON, are you talking to a person who identifies as his body, that he's refining and perfecting in this lifetime? Or are you talking to a pure spirit soul only?
well, is it not possible for someone on the Kanishta platform to not be in bodily consciousness, or like for a Madhyamadikari, if there was a Madhyamadikari also? I mean, people don't have to be an Uttamadikari just to be not in bodily consciousness.
Kanistadikari is in bodily consciousness because he has not yet he can see that he wants to become purified, but who is the he? Who does he say I am? What does the Kanistadikari say I am?
Okay, so you're essentially saying there's no Madhyamadikaris in ISKCON? None whatsoever?
No. Of course not. Where would they be? There's no opportunity for, nor is there a demand for Madhyamadikaris.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, by the nature of Madhyamadikari, if one became a Madhyamadikari, one would probably leave such association if they know that impropriety is going on in such a Sangha. I mean, it'd be hard to, like, if someone is a Madhyamadikari,
well, a Madhyamadikari wouldn't get involved with the improprieties. They would just concentrate on developing their transcendent. The Madhyamadikari is a transitional, it's like an elevator. You go from the ground floor of the Kanistadikari platform, get on the elevator, and when you get to the top of the building, you're at the Uttama Adhikari platform. To get there, you have to become not only pure, and I don't mean your body has to be pure or you have to follow the regulated principles. That's a very gross level of observance. They have to develop a play-by-play. You understand that Krishna is sentient, right? Krishna has thoughts and feelings, correct? And desires.
Of course.
Okay, the Madhyamadikari is the person that leaves the world where they're worshiping Krishna as a marble statue, which I'm not demeaning. The marble statue is Krishna, Prabhupada said clearly, but he's not the only Krishna that exists. The marble statue is a statue that the Kanishta Adhikari can see with his grossly materialistic eyes. But as you worship, supposing you're a top pujari in a temple that has beautiful marble deities, you worship these beautiful marble deities, and you could look at them and they could look at you, and you could feel so much.
Yeah, That seems to be breaking up. Why can't it? Ronald, can you hear that?
No, that's breaking up. It's breaking up. No, Prabhu, you're breaking up.
You may
It's
them with a fan and start feeling you're exchanging with that marble deity. Marble deity. I am?
yeah,
Well,
you're
I'm
breaking
just
up.
talking on the phone.
Okay, can you repeat that?
Okay, so where did we
Yeah,
lose track?
you have a very low reception. You have only one
Which
bar.
part?
You have only one bar.
Starting
That's why
from
it's,
where?
no, I'm saying you only have one bar. That's why it's breaking up. Oh, now you have two bars. Okay, this should be better. Okay,
Okay, is that
Yeah.
better?
yeah, this
What
is better. Oh,
determines,
now
what determines the number of bars?
you just moved it, and it went to two bars. I guess it's the location where the phone is facing. Right now it's two bars, so this should be fine. Okay.
Well, I'm right near my.
Okay, now it's back to one bar again.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, but anyways,
Okay.
let's
No,
try
no,
to.
okay, let's try to. Okay, is it going up to 2 bars now?
No, only one bar right now.
Okay. So that means connection to the internet, right?
Yeah,
So it may be that my internet connection is not very strong.
yeah, it is not strong because it's cutting out. Gregory, is it? It's still cutting out, right, Prabhu?
I know he's clear enough, but yeah, I
Okay.
guess if it's Wi-Fi, if it's a phone, then he should probably walk out towards a window, and then if it's a Wi-Fi, he should probably walk a bit closer to the Wi-Fi router. That's basically it.
Well, yeah, but that's well, there's one other thing I could try to do. Is it stronger over here?
Yes, 2 bars. Yes, 2 bars here.
Okay.
Okay.
If there's no are you saying that there's no instructions from Prabhupada on how the Guru Tattva should continue? Like no instruction, because you're saying that the July 9th letter is non-admissible, and then you're saying,
Let me ask you, what would the Guru Tattva continuing accomplish? What does it? Why does the Guru?
What happened? Yeah, it got just kicked out. I don't know what happened. So,
I don't know. What do you think of the question though? What does the Guru Tattva continuing accomplish? I mean, it's pretty much the transcendental lineage continues. It's a fair thing to continue. Like, what does the Guru Tattva? The Guru Tattva must continue, is it not?
it is continuing without a doubt.
With what? Sorry.
I said the Guru, the parampara is continuing. You know.
How is it continuing? How is it continuing? I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm playing devil's advocate here. How is it continuing?
Yeah. How is it continuing? Because people are becoming Krishna conscious. You know, I don't have a guru, personal guru, you know, so-called Diksha guru, and you know, I understand these things. So it seems, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, you know, saying that Prabhupada is a guru, and then is Prabhupada really a guru? You know, is he really? It's like questioning that aspect of it. If I consider myself Prabhupada disciple, and I said you're also Prabhupada disciple, and if you don't have that realization that Prabhupada is my Diksha guru, then you can say it, but does it really mean anything? You kind of see what I'm saying? Prabhupada is the Diksha guru. Prabhupada is the Diksha guru, and the parampara is continuing with Srila Prabhupada.
Well, it's a strange one. Like sometimes people don't even consider other people initiated unless they've taken an initiation. Some people accept informal initiations because Prabhupada says in his books, you know, that your determination is the real initiation. So some people accept that. And then some people don't consider other people initiated unless they've taken some sort of a formal initiation from someone and have received the spiritual name. so they don't see that. And then some people don't accept the entire Ritvic concept of accepting names and initiation unless they're done through an organization with a living guru. They don't accept that. So there's so much confusion out there about who is accepted to be actually legitimately practicing.
Why not? Why not accept one path as a Ritvic path, the ISKCON Guru path, or this path, or that path, and follow it, and see the result?
But yeah, the problem with that is that it's very difficult to practically organize things in a world. If people want to practically organize things, if no one knows who to recognize as being a valid representative or as being like legitimate, like everyone is setting up different temples outside of ISKCON because ISKCON is not following properly and they're corrupt. So everyone is wanting to set up temples outside, but nobody knows who to recognize as being authorized, and everyone is arguing about who is actually authorized to actually be doing anything, because there's no system to recognize who is actually bona fide, other than people's people are accepting, some people are accepting some people's initiations and some people are not, but and some people are accepting some people's service and some people are not. But I mean, it's so the main, like, I mean, I think it's strange that people wouldn't accept what Prabhupada said in the May 28th letter, or in the May 28th conversation, because he, like, even if he was speaking to disciples who were rascals, he was also speaking to other people around him at the same time. There's more than a few people listening to that, you know. So he was speaking, like, when speaking such things, he was speaking to a lot of people. I mean, there must have been some sincere disciples around him at the same time. So, and he must have known that this would go out, like, because they were holding a microphone to him most of the time. Like, Naranayan said, did he know he was being recorded? He must have known he was being recorded at all times, because they were recording him in his last days constantly. Like, that was another thing Naranayan said, he said one time that, how did Prabhupada know he was being recorded? That was, but I mean, I did hear him also say at another stage that was Prabhupada to be thought to be, like, he was asking the question, should we consider that Prabhupada was ignorant he was being poisoned? I mean, there seems to be a discrepancy in those two questions being asked, because I mean, if he knew he was being poisoned and who was doing it, then we can assume also that he knew he was probably being recorded as well. Like, if one is cognizant enough to figure one thing out, you're probably cognizant enough to figure the other thing out. And if he knew he was being recorded, then he would have spoken things which he knew other people would have heard. Like, so the May 28th, to me, it seems like he spoke that for a very good reason, and that very good reason is that there's instructions in there, there's things to be gleaned from that, things to be taken from it. And he did say in that conversation, like, you become a guru on my behalf, not in my presence, but on my behalf.
Right.
He said not in my presence, but on my behalf. So it seems to me like in that conversation he was saying that that we should that he wanted people to become guru on his behalf, but not Diksha guru. He was saying, like, to give Diksha on his behalf, and then to be a guru on his behalf also.
He's calling me, and now Narayan Prabhu is calling me. Let me take this call, Prabhu, and I'll try to get him on, okay?
Mhm.
I said, Narayan Prabhu is calling me. Let me take this call, and I'll try to get him back online
Sure,
so we
sure,
can have a discussion.
sure.
Adipal.